Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy, AK Harrison, from who is akharrison.com. You can also catch me at the blog spot at bigmoneytrucker.com. Hey, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with your boy. And I appreciate that. Yo, hey, I've been busy. I've been placing some thumbnails up, all over YouTube. If you do follow me, I've been placing thumbnails up. All over Facebook and YouTube and different social medias, Twitter. Um, and I haven't been getting around to um, the start times that I said that I would have. Man, your boy been busy. I've been working my ass off, and for good reason. And for good reason. I'm working so hard because I am in a lease purchase agreement, and I got to make those payments, man. And it's been tough. It's been tough. Let me tell you, man. It is not easy being in a lease purchase in this economy. In this stage of the trucking industry, it is not easy. You're gonna have to hustle your mugs. You're gonna have to hustle. I swear. Um, those days of COVID, I should have done a little bit better with my COVID money. I'm gonna tell some stories about COVID. I had one thing that I did do, I did went on and purchase my authority moving forward. I had started a mini fleet. I had one truck, then I had purchased another one. And instead of um, putting a driver in one truck, I just turned the other truck in. 2020 hindsight, I could have ran both trucks if I really put my mind to it. If the opportunity come again to do that, I probably will. But anyway, neither here nor there. As you can see from the banner at the bottom, we're going to be talking about JB Hunt, the SFI lease purchase and driver settlements. And I already have a settlement already pulled up. And what I will be discussing is the pay breakdown, uh, deductions, and the stuff that you could probably look out for if you want to go the route of being a lease purchase operator at JB Hunt. Okay, if that's something that you choose to do. All right, let's go ahead and get right on into it, man. And I think I have everything already pulled up so you can see everything. Yep, sure can. See everything. All right. So this is from the first week of December. This is basically the week of Thanksgiving. I didn't go home for Thanksgiving at all. Basically, what I did, I chose to run the week of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was that Thursday. I ran all week long. And for the most part, it was a decent week. My net for that week was 1,906 and 81 cents is not bad. As you can see from the date began on the 23rd of November and it ended on the 29th of November. I ended up getting that settlement on the 5th. Okay. And I worked every day that week too. I worked from, I want to say, from Sunday to Saturday. I worked every day. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get right here. So, as you can see, my gross earnings for that week was $5,596.31, and I had $3,689 and $89.50. Excuse me. $3,689.50 in deductions, what left me with a net of $1,906.81. Okay. Um, and I did some side deductions, and I'm doing some side, and I'm utilizing Chat GPT to help present information to you guys and to help present some information to you, and some tools that you could use as well, because man, they got all this information out here, man, all these tools out here, and we should go ahead and maximize and utilize all of this, man, while it's here. Because let me tell you, they say that the robots are coming, and I believe them. I believe them. Okay, so all right. So roughly 60 cents percent of my gross is gone before I even touch the money. When I loaded it up into Chat GPT, basically all you have to do is download your settlement. Hell, maybe even just take a picture of your settlement, right? And what Chat GPT is going to do, whatever artificial intelligence is going to do, is analyze the paperwork. However you kind of prompt it to do a analyzation, it's going to spit it back out. Just say analyze the data, and it is going to run it out to you. Okay, so here we go. It says that 66% of the gross is gone before I even touch the money, which, and to be fair, 33% to the driver is pretty much industry standard. Okay, that's it, right? 33%. That's usually what the driver get. So I'm not completely mad at that. I'm not mad. Percent of revenue, where the money came from, percent of revenue. So I had $4,491.47. That was the revenue. What each load had paid, adding up in totality. And then I had the fuel surcharges. Shout out to the fuel surcharge. $1,102.14. Not too bad on the fuel surcharge that week. Interest on the escrow, $2.70. All right. Now, as I scroll down, then we get down into the truck lease and other key deductions. So my SFI truck payment is $1,100.84. 1,184.81, and that comes out every week. Whether I drive the truck, $1,100 coming out. Don't drive the truck, $1,100 is coming out. Got sick, $1,100 will be coming out. My uncle's cat dog died, $1,100 is coming out. So Schneider Finance truck payment is $1,100 every month, every week. Excuse me, every week is coming out. Rain, sleet, or snow is coming out. Maintenance, tires, truck, road service, $800, $817.41. That comes out every week as well. And an accident contract of $200. All right. Fuel for this week. Fuel for this week and other road costs. So this will be your tolls and your fuel and scales. I like to run tolls whenever I get a chance to. I think toll roads will get you to and fro faster than other roads. If there is a cheaper route and a quicker route, I will. But depending on how pressed I am. And let me tell you something too. And that's the thing, right? I don't want to feel pressed, but I do feel pressed to hurry up, pick up a load, hurry up and drop a load because I have to make that $1,100 payment, right? I feel pressed to do that. Like, man, shit, let me take the damn road. Thinking, I I could chill, but hey, gotta make that truck payment. But I do have the Easy Pass, which comes out every week, $150. Fuel this week is going to fluctuate depending on how much you drive, how much you don't drive. Fuel costs me $1,707.03. Scale charges $474.25. Let's see what that is in real time. Let's see what that is. Okay, so that's a year to date number right here. So whenever you go to a cat scale, you can use your fuel card and they'll charge you right back for it. All right. Next up, we got some fees, insurance, and administration. Gotta love those fees. Occupational accident, 2715. Physical damage, 5452. Bobtail insurance, $8.12. Liability limiter, 1992. Tablet fee, $23. IC load board, $25. Yes, you got to pay for a load board. So there's the load board that comes with uh every other truck ideal. You can opt into that, or you can use the quote unquote um premium load board. I haven't seen anything premium yet, but somehow I'm still a sucker to pay that $25 for it. Where's the premium? If the administration fee is 50 cents. All right. Escrow holdings is another fixed cost, $100 a week. And I have some child support, as you can see right here, $114. Got some college kid. Cost reality snapshot. I grossed $5,596 and I took home $1,906. And that left me with a percentage of 34% of the gross. Not great, not bad, but really just industry standard. Okay, not bad, not great, but just industry standard. All right. So we're going to do another week. We're going to do a compare and contrast. We're going to do a comparison and contrast right quick. Because let me see, that was the first week in December. What we're going to do is the second week in December, and just to see how those weeks will compare to one another. All right, so we're going to just use Chat GPT. So what we're going to do is load up that document right here. Booyah. Got it. Okay. Let's see what it looks like on y'all end. Yep, looks good. All right. Week 2 reality. It said, got it. This second settlement is even colder than the last one. Let's break it down clean, side by side in reality. All right. So this week right here, I earned 4,000. The truck earned grossed. The truck grossed because one thing we got to do, we got to be real with how we present this information, man. These truckers, man, they get on YouTube and they suck me in like this is how I got sucked in. I got sucked in by the lie, by the captivity, the capillation, the capathons, the captors, the captions is what brought me in because I'm thinking, oh man, these drivers they're making $4,000, they're making $5,000. No, it's the truck that's making 4,000. It's the truck that's making 5,000. It's the truck that's bringing in these big numbers on a consistent basis. On a consistent basis, right? And here we go. But every now and then you'll hit something. All right, but here go. So the truck earned, grossed that number that these YouTube drivers love selling you on to get you to sign up to come into the industry. And then once you get into the industry, you're like, yo, where the money at? Oh, you start to look at your settlement like, oh, the truck made, 4,000, 4,500, 5,000. But you brought home a fraction of that. Yep, that's what they sell you on every time. And every time these truckers they do that, man, I get on their ass. I like, nah, man, that's cap. That's cap. That's cap. Y'all selling them dreams like that just to get those referral bonuses. Shame on y'all, man. Shame on y'all. I'm going on a rant here. Gross earnings, $4,057.53. Total deductions, $3,346.41 for a net of $711.12. 82% of the gross gone before I even touched anything. 82%. 82% of the money gone before I take out and try to pay any kind of bill, pay anything, before I try to make my mind up to do anything, that money is gone, and I got to live with it. All right. And then I had asked for some gross per mile, effective pay metrics. Said this is the gut punch. So I grossed per mile $1.48. $1.48. So I'm averaging $1.48 per mile, and I am pulling dry van freight. What come out to me after all the deductions was 26 cents per mile. So the truck grossed $1.48 per mile, and as a lease purchase driver, I made 26 cents per mile. I am making less than the average company driver. I'm rounding that rate of a rookie truck driver at 26 cents per mile. I'm keeping 17.5% of the revenue. You know how you see, those places that average uh 80-20 split, 60 40 split, 70-30 split, but you keep the big number and the company keeps the small number. Well, I'm keeping the smaller end in reverse, man. I'm keeping the smaller end, man. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the 88-12, the reverse end, dog. I might need to go to the Russians. I ain't gonna lie. Percent of the revenue, where the money came from. Percent of the revenue, $3,334.63. That is the total cost of the loads last let me see, what's that, last week before last? A lot of short runs, man. Fuel surcharge, $699.90. Interest on the escrow, $3. So I had a fuel surcharge of almost $700. Where the money went? Down the drain. Disappeared like poof. So once again, that truck payment every week on schedule. What we said, if it's gonna run, it's coming out. Don't run, it's coming out. You're sick, it's coming out. Your mama, sister, brother, cat, dog, it's coming out. It's coming out. What you say you getting married? It's coming out. Oh, you need to go on 3 weeks vacation. It's a personal time. It's coming out. Man, you work so hard, man, and that truck payment is gonna come out. Damn, that shit. It is hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's roughly about 4,500 coming out every month, man. You know, fuel and road. We're moving on. Moving on. Fuel and road. Some other deductions. We got fuel purchases was $1,495.84. I spend a lot in fuel too. Um, fuel, shit. Fuel is my major expense too. I gotta figure out that fuel somehow. Like fuel is kicking my ass. Um, I idle this truck a lot more than my previous trucks. This truck doesn't have an APU. I need to look into possibly getting an APU because what I need to do is bring those some costs down somehow. I need to increase revenue and bring costs down at the same time. I definitely need to figure that out. Okay. What else? What else? What else do we have? Tolls and Easy Pass, $150 every week. You get the Easy Pass, you get the run tolls. You know, if you run tolls like I do, I think is I think there's a value there. And for the scales for this week was $24.75. So I do utilize cat scales whenever I do run heavy, and I ran heavy about I think I think once or twice this week or last week I should say. Once again, insurance, uh, administration fees. I got occupational accident 2715, physical damage 54.52, bobtail is $28, and got to pay the kiddos 116.69 per week. All right, so we got us a comparison and contrast right here, one week to the next, right? So we got that week of Thanksgiving that we can look at where I had gross $5,596 and I netted $1,906, and that had averaged out to 56 cents to the driver. Okay, that's a little bit better than 26 cents that I had finished out the week after. Okay. But then, that first week of December, it was rough where I had netted $700 on $4,000 gross, with 26 cents coming to the driver. That's below. And that's the thing, right? Your pay could go, you could work every day, drive every day, and your pay could go up and down, even though you've physically worked the same amount of hours, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, and your pay could be and your pay isn't based on productivity, but on some fees and pay structure of different loads. All right, we're gonna do one more, and I don't have the pay settlement for this one, but we can get a good idea of what it is um that I kind of that I can do, I should say. Um because basically, since my fixed cost is the same, we can kind of do a estimation of what I'm going to bring home this Friday and how well did I do. Um, let's see. as far as like cents per mile. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull this information up, man. Let me see. All right. Let's One thing I like about technology, man, you can really utilize this thing. A lot of good loads coming out. I'm gonna tell you another thing that I'm gonna do too. I'm not going into Florida anymore, man. Florida, I'm done with Florida. Never again, bro. Never again. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna take a screenshot of last week's. So I have my miles and my gross compensation. So basically, what I'm gonna do is just take a screenshot of that, upload it to Chat GPT. All right, let's see what we come up with. Because I think technology is pretty smart, man, to where we could let's see. We're gonna utilize this artificial intelligence code. Sure, we got it. I don't want to use code X. Oh yeah. All right, so what we're going to do is just refresh and see if it comes up. Let me see. Let me email that to me. Hold up. Nope, there it is right there. There it is right there. All right. Can y'all see that? Yep, y'all sure can. All right. Hey, if y'all new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here, you know what the deal is. Hey, we break it down this SF5 JB Hunt um pay settlement thing, man. If y'all interested in joining SFI or JB Hunt, give you the real. You won't get it like this. All right. So we had grossed. The truck had grossed $4,884, $42.32. Okay. So basically the truck had averaged $1.66 per mile. If you were to just divide those numbers up, you will get $1.66 per mile. It says the miles are solid, almost 3,000 miles of full work. Revenue is decent, not elite. 4.8K gross looks good to outsiders. I swear to God, but whenever, and that's the catfish, right? That's the catfish. That's the cap. These drivers, man, they come up and they be like, oh, man, you can make 4K, 5K. Your truck made 4K. Your truck grows 5K. All right. And that stuff looks shiny, boy. That's a big number to be spreading out there. And people love that number. Boy, they love seeing that 5,000. And they go and they Get that CDL. They go to one of these trucking company schools, man, and they sign their life away. And they sign a contract. And then within that contract, instead of going company and just paying off the CDL, they get into a lease purchase agreement and or a lease agreement, and next thing you know, they're renting a truck to work. God damn it. Or they're trying to run a damn business. Only thing they wanted to do was make $5,000 a week, and now they're somehow in a damn business agreement. What? What? I just wanted to make 5K a week because Trucker C said I could make $5,000 a week. Pretty young lady said I could make $6,000 per week. But yeah, you're gonna have to run a business, something that you don't know anything about, but just drive the truck. All right, and that's shiny, and that is the selling point to get new drivers in. Okay, here we go. The danger zone. If your fixed and variable costs creep past $1.40 to $1.50 per mile this week turns into a treadmill trucking. I ain't said this. Chat GPT said this, boy. And the one thing about these programs, they're not built to be emotional. It's all logic. It's all logic. Of course, it will speak to you in a language that you can resonate with. But for the most part, it's going to. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to copy this image, right? And then I'm going to place it on the thread under that previous thread, and then do another comparison, right? And see what we come up with. Oh yeah. See, one thing I want y'all to do whenever any kind of technology comes out, all right, let's read this screen like a settlement preview, not a hype number. I know that's right. And I talked to my chat GPT too. I talked to my AI. You should too. I suggest that if you can afford the premium version of chat GPT, use it. Use it. I think it's something like $15 per month. Money well spent. Money well spent. All right. It says that I made or that I ran 2,900 miles gross, $4,842. Okay. Gross per mile on paper, $1.65 gross per mile. All right. The important part, what history tells us. Let's anchor this to your last two settlements. All right. Week one, we did that 5,000, and we had uh bought back 1,900. Then week two, we had did just a little over 4K, and then we had netted just a little over 700 and kept 17%. And then let's see. And it says using a realistic keep range based on your pattern. 18% on a bad week would be $800. $871 net. Mid-range scenario. Normal bleed 30%, $1,400. And then it says best case scenario, if everything behaves, 35% of that load of the week, which would be $1,695 net. It says the screenshot is thumbnail gold because it's the calm before the storm. I swear, but hey, whenever we see that $4,000, man, that 4K, that 5K, that 6K, man, I saw one driver. It was like, man, my first check was 9,000, and so much, and it was it was crazy. You're like, oh man, he ain't post nothing like that since. Not even close. But that 9K video, right? It went viral. It got like 10,000 views on it. 10,000 views. All right, let's get back at it though, man. All right, so that's what we got, man. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up right here, man. This is your boy, AK. I had went through my settlements for 2 weeks, and then I did a comparison of the week to come. Right. I am a lease purchase driver. Right? I am purchasing this truck. So I am in a lease agreement. I am in a business arrangement. Um, is it great? Sure, sure, sure. Right? Was great. We get the opportunity to make money, right? Is it where I want to be? No, no. Man, those this is the new reality. We're gonna have to work on it and work through it, right? This is one thing that I've come to realize too, or come to the realization that I'm running a business, right? And then whenever you get into these lease agreements, whether you're leasing a truck, renting a truck, or you're actually making a purchase, it is a business that you're running, and uh, you're going to have to do some things that's in the best interest of your business, not necessarily for the business of the said company that you're working with or for. One thing that I'm going to have to do is learn how to bring my cost down. I'm gonna definitely have to work on fuel. Um, Also increasing revenue. I believe one way that I could increase revenue is to consider team driving. Start doubling up the pay in this truck. Uh, that's uh that's definitely a possibility to start looking into moving forward. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. This is your boy AK. If y'all got some suggestions on pay settlements and how to work them out, how to do better, if you're interested in joining JB Hunt, let me know. If you're interested in getting the SFI truck, I got uh hella knowledge on that too. Shit, the first truck that I had with SFI was a Volvo. Damn good truck too. Damn good truck. So good that I had to come back around for it, right? So that let you know that SFI doing something right, man. Well, for right now, man, this is your boy. Until next time, hey, we out, man. Like, comment, and subscribe.